what's up, guys? It's just Jacob Roos, and it's Car Talk Mondays! Should I like make a song for this? Some kind of intro. Let me guess what you want. Give me some ideas. So, first things first, Koenigsegg. If you don't know who Koenigsegg is, pretty much it's one of those few companies that the 1% can only afford. What I like about them is they hand built hypercars. And if you don't know what a hypercar is, well, if you know what a supercar is, like a Ferrari or Lamborghini, pretty much a hypercar. It's a more extreme version of something like a Ferrari. Not only is it fast, it's usually hand built, everything, and it's ridiculously expensive. Usually. Now, Koenigsegg is one of those companies that make them. They only make them, and usually their cars are over $1 million to make them. So, a little bit of history on that. There's a lot of history about what the different cars, how they get them, but until I review one, I'm going to say that for that. So, let's move on to the new car. It's called the Gemera? Koenigsegg can't pronounce your name, sorry. I am a little bit Swedish, but I'm also American, and I like all Americans can't pronounce Swedish stuff. It's just me. It's pretty much it's a 4-seater hypercar, which is a really cool, interesting concept. I really like the looks of it. It's a really, really good looking car. I like how they were, even though it's a 4-seater, they were able to include the the hydrophilics. I thought what they call it, the fancy doors. What do you guys call it? And according to Mr. Christian von Koenigsegg himself, which is the owner, the company, the creator, all that, he said that the way he designed it, you don't need to back up the seats. It's long enough so where 2 adult people can fit in the back, and I guess 4 people can fit in there without having to move the seat. Anyway, well, obviously me, I'm 6'2", I'll probably have to move up the seat a little bit just because I'm so tall. But it's a really interesting concept there to do that. Most cars, especially hypercars, they all make them 2-seater because, well, we did weight, power. It's not really good at handling. It's just usually these are track cars. What I like about this car is it still can do that. And the reason how they're able to do that is because this doesn't have a big engine. This has a 3-cylinder, 2-liter turbocharged something, so 3-cylinder. And you're saying, well, whoa. I think I know what you're gonna say, Jay. It's just like the i8. It's a hybrid. Yes, it is. But unlike the i8, this thing is stupid fast. This thing has, I think, 2 or 3 electric motors, and then the darn thing makes over 1,000 horsepower. Yeah, not kidding. That little engine with the 2. Let's see. I think it's 2. Don't quote me. It's 1,000 horsepower, which is insane. That's just a crazy number you can get out of it. So no wonder they were able to fit 4 people on it. And I'm saying, well, I like a V8. If I'm gonna spend that much, I'd rather have a V8. Well, think about it this way. Look at Ferrari. For the Ferrari F12 Billionaire, I'm going to use that as an example. Yes, it's not the new one, yada yada, but I'm just going to use it as an example. It is technically a 4. Actually, no, that's not a 4. No, wrong car. The GT4 Lusso. Yeah. Let's do that. Do you think so? I think that's a 4. I don't know. Ferrari FL. Let's just. Ferrari 4. I keep confusing their names. I have so many. But what that is, it's a 4-cylinder car, and it has a hatchback, but the engine's in the front. It has a V12, but because it has a V12, it's very long. It's hard to fit people. You can fit 2 grown people back there, but it's a little tight. And the car isn't really made. It's a Ferrari. It's a race car for the road. It's not really made for multiple people for long periods of time. What I like about the Gemera, what Koenigsegg has done with it, they really don't want to do that. They want this car to actually fit 4 people comfortably. Now, it's not like you can't fit in the FF comfortably. It's just, the car was designed, just like all Ferrari, to be more a performance-oriented car rather to accompany more people and more space. You can fit 4 people. There's air vents, all nice leather and all that, but typically not many people are going to sit back there because it's a little cramped. It's much better than most cars of this price, which I'm pretty impressed. But it's not the Gemera. What I like about what Koenigsegg has done is they have finally brought a fast killer car that can fit 4 people comfortably. I mean, that is just insane. And you can fit 4 people back there. I thought the RCF was interesting that you can fit. I could fit back there, and it was a big car, but you had to pull up the seat in order to get back there. The Gemera, you don't have to do that. It's almost like a 4-cylinder with the 2 doors. The way they did the door is they made it long enough so that way you don't have to back up a seat or anything. You can just hop in, which will make packing easier, getting ready to go easier. You don't have to like back up a seat and just get back in, get in there and trying to go to like a car show or something. It's a really interesting concept. I'm so glad I joined this. Now, before is Jay gonna get to buy one? Obviously not. Am I gonna get to drive one? I don't know. Koenigsegg, hit me up. Follow me up to your press release so I can drive the car. Yeah, definitely. I'm totally better than Shmee. You know, I'm just kidding. I'll definitely would like to look at it one. Hopefully, I get to look at it soon. I don't imagine I'll get to drive one anytime soon. I'm still working up my ladder, but you know, I'll get there. All right, next up, let's talk about Chevy. Chevy hasn't really made anything new since I talked about them last time, but like the last video, I was talking about some of my riding drives, but I didn't tell you about the Chevy ones I drove. So this part of the video is all about the Chevy ones I drove. I drove, let's see, 3 cars. The new Silverado 2500 HD, which had the Duramax diesel engine, the new Blazer RS, and the Colorado ZR2. First, let's talk about the 2500 HD. I loved it. It was, for as big as it was comfortable. It was comfortable. And it was easy to drive for this big of a machine. Now, I wasn't too afraid of it because I have a 1985 F-250 myself, and I don't drive it around too often because it's so old. But I'm used to its size. And one thing I hate about it is backing up. It is so long and so wide. It's just so annoying to reverse. What I like about Chevy has done is they put cameras everywhere, so it's easy to see your blind spot. Because trust me, big trucks have blind spot. It's everywhere. It's like a giant circle, like the size of a house. Okay, maybe not that big, but you get what I mean. It's just crazy. And what I love best about it is, unlike the new Ford's cameras, they have little cameras right when you need them. Like saying you're going, like when I was going around the cone, which you'll see right here. I wasn't sure if I was going to hit it or not because it's a big vehicle. You can easily run over and not even know. So what I liked about it is you had little cameras to show exactly where your wheel is so you can move around it, which is, in my opinion, crucial for this kind of a truck. It is so useful. Yes, it's good for other cars, but especially crucial for this big of a vehicle. Trust me. And you can also extend the mirrors, which for all the vehicles do as well, which are real, right? But still, they've really done a good job with it. And one thing I liked about what Chevy's been doing is they have a little review. I'm sure many reviewers talk about this. Have a little rear view camera on your rear mirror, but which is really cool. Unlike other, you can have just a mirror, or it can be a little camera and actually show you what's actually behind you, which is so useful. And that's a perfect place to put it. Automakers, why can't you do this? I mean, this is a very smart idea that Chevy has done. It is so useful to use. For all the vehicles I tried it with, it is so useful. Just turn it on, see who's behind you. It's just these. Yes, I know all stop starts useful and electric yada, but these new innovations technology have made driving vehicles so much easier. And more people like me can drive these cars because they have all this technology. It makes it so much easier and so much better to live with. And someone who, like, if you get into, like, if you're like a construction worker and you still go to school but you can't afford two cars, so you get the one for your work. I like how it has all these cameras and everything. That way you can drive it. Other things, like, say you work for construction and you're still in school going for like you're trying to get your engineering. Because I have friends who do that. You can still easily park it because it's a big buffoon, but it has so many cameras, so it's so easy to park. I mean, I love the way Chevy did with it. It is such a great truck with all the technology they put into it. Now, I don't really like the front end all that much. It's a little kind of weird looking, in my opinion, but I do like it. It's pretty aggressive. It's just, I'm just thinking, why this look? It doesn't. The other one was fine, but I get it. You're trying to make it different. It's just kind of weird looking, but it's not too bad. I prefer the Ram 2500 look better because it looks more like a truck. It looks more great. It still looks bold and strong. It doesn't look out of place. It looks like a truck. But to me, a truck should look like a truck. Yes, the new Silverado 1500 looks beautiful. It's aggressive. I love that look. But it's not fast. It's not made to be. It's not a Raptor. And if you look at the Ram 1500, it's not trying to be that. It has a version like that, but it's not. I like how the look isn't overstated for what it is. It's so aggressive. It's still bold, but still, it's a truck. It looks like a truck. So you should expect it to handle like a truck. That's what I like about it. Next up, the Chevy Blazer. I know my buddy Zula says loves the car. I have mixed feelings about it. I love the look. To me, it is such a beautiful car. That deep red, also known as the Pull Me Over Cup. If you've never heard of this, Zula is explaining in his live streams and other videos of showing what that really means. It's a really cool, interesting concept. I have no idea that Chevy specifically named that color that. Just hilarious. But I thought the car was a little weird the way it drove. I'm not sure if Chevy specifically put a Camaro chassis in this car, but it kind of felt like they did. I didn't think they would because it's an SUV. Why would you do that? But because the whole car is designed by the Camaro, the way it drove, it made me kind of feel like they took a Camaro chassis and made it into an SUV, which you don't want to do. Now, now you're saying, oh, well, that's cool. It's going to be fun, right? But here's why. The way you make cars and the way physics work is physics apply differently on different types of cars. When you take a Camaro chassis that physics apply to it, that's specifically designed for sport car design, and so physics is going to apply it like a sport car, and you kind of extend it and mold it into an SUV platform, it doesn't really work right because the physics do apply to it, but the car kind of feels all weird because the chassis was meant to be a sport car. It just doesn't really work well. So, in my opinion, I don't know if they like I said, I don't know if they did this. I'll have to look it up. But to me, the way the car felt like it was designed that way, which you shouldn't do. If you're gonna design it after Camaro, take one of your SUV platform like the Traverse, or just take a little one and put the Camaro stuff in it. Which they that's mine of what they done. I don't know. I haven't driven their other SUVs. I just drove this one, and. But besides that, it is really nice. It is so beautiful. The all-wheel drive is really good punch. It has a good technology and stuff, but it's not fast. It has a good 3.6 liter V6 that makes about 308 horsepower, which ain't bad, but it's so slow. I mean, this is a performance-oriented SUV, and it's slow. Remember saying, Jay, you're just saying that because you dream lots of cars. Well, it's partially because I've driven lots of cars, but when I drive a Chevy, I want something to be really fast and really get up and go, like a Camaro Or like the 2500, for as big as it was, when I stepped in, the thing took off. I mean, I was quite impressed. But that's mainly because it has a diesel engine, which is very, very torquey. It's a torque monster. But still, it wasn't. It just wasn't fast. That doesn't say it's not. That doesn't mean it's not a great car. It's just, if you're gonna make a very performance looking car, make it fast. And you can easily do that with a V6. I mean, plenty of companies have done that. So what I think they should do is really tune up the transmission, because it really didn't. The transmission didn't feel like it was made for aggressive driving. It tried, but really it just didn't give that torque quick and as fast. Those fast gear shifts and all that. It just didn't do it. It didn't want to. And to me, that's one of the big reasons why I can't necessarily recommend the Blazer to someone who is looking for a performance SUV, because it's not that. It's a really good looking SUV. It looks like it. I mean, if I had someone come and looking at it while I was driving it, but really, it's just Chevy. You need to focus more on the way it drives. It's a good looking car, yes, but now you need to improve the way it drives. Now, speaking of the Blazer, they haven't changed up the look for 2021.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt. That sentiment is wrong. I got the cars confused. Chevy is bringing out the Trailblazer, not switching up the look of the Blazer. When I saw this car, I thought they were talking about the Blazer and saw Blazer. For those who don't know, Trailblazer and Blazer are two different cars. They are obviously making it look like the Blazer, so that's what I thought, but it's not the same car. I think it's supposed to be smaller than it. I'll post a picture of it later in the next video. Alright, back to the video.
But next up, the Colorado ZR2, yeah, ZR2. It is a weird truck. Well, not weird, it's just, I didn't really like the interior. The interior is so old. It is such an old car. Now, outside, it looks aggressive. It looks beautiful. It's really good looking. But the problem I had with the ZR2 is not the way it drove. It drove fine. It drove like a truck. Is the technology inside it's crap. There is none of the. It doesn't have push start. It doesn't have the rear view camera like I talked about. It doesn't have any cameras at all. It has a basic infotainment system. I mean, you can tell it's old when you look at the gauges, and it still has reminiscent of that lime green light that Chevy used to use. It's just really old. I really hope Chevy updates the car or gives a new model of the Colorado, because you really, really need it. And you know, when I say, oh, it's cheap, right? So I don't mind doing it if it's cheap. The thing's not cheap. It's $44,000. For that, I would wait for Ford to come out with the Ranger Raptor for the market and buy that. Because we all know Ford's going to give it to us. We all know it's going to be awesome. We all know, I've seen the technology in the new Ranger. It's amazing. They've done a fantastic job with that car. Chevy, you need to step up. You need to fix this. The way it drove, the way it handles is fine. The Colorado is fine. It's just, you need to fix a couple things. You have to make a whole new look for the interior. The exterior, I would change a little bit to it, but not too much, because it's a good looking truck. It doesn't need too much done to it. I like the way it looks. Alright, that's it for the Car Talk Monday portion. Now I want to try something new for you guys. So you may have known I got a new computer, and I also want to start streaming for you guys, playing games and stuff, but I'm not sure how the software works. So this video is kind of going to be trying it out and let me know what you guys think. Now, obviously, I can't try the streaming software on a video, because that just doesn't work. But I do have software hooked up that records me playing games and stuff, and I would like to try it out with you guys. If you guys are not interested in that, if you're watching and you're not interested, you may click up this video. I'm done talking about cars, and we're moving on to this. So, without further ado, let's move over to the computer. Alright guys, this is my rig setup. Sorry if it's a little bit of a mess. I have lots of wires for many different stuff in this thing. So it's a little bit chaotic right now, but I did my best to clean it up for you guys so it's fair looking. But this is my game PC that does virtually everything. That's why I got a laptop so I can split the load up. And this right here is my Lenovo T730, which has the 9th generation i7 9700K. It has 32 gigs of RAM. It has 2 terabyte hard drive, an SSD. It has an RTX, a NVIDIA RTX 270, not the super, just the regular one. And because of that, because I have a NVIDIA, I get their software called GeForce Experience, which allows that keeps up with updates and drivers and stuff like that. But it also allows me to record my stream. So I'm gonna see if this works. We're gonna press record and play some games. See if it does anything. All right, here we go. All right, we are recording. I think so. I hope this is recording. I'm not exactly sure. So let's move this out of the way, and I'm gonna set you guys. Look, I think you can see me a little bit over here. I kind of want you to see that area because it's a little bit of a mess. I'm still cleaning this up over here to make it more moving in. As I said, I'm still moving in. But I have mostly done, so I should be able to stream this weekend for you guys. So let's play a game. Let's see. Because I have bad copyright issues with everything, because they're just annoying with that, I can't play some of these games on here that have specific music, because I just don't want to get copyrighted. We're going to play a game called Subnautica Below Zero. If you've never heard of that game, it's pretty much... it's a survival game that's on an alien planet. That's like order-based. But this is the sequel to that. So if you have no idea what this game is, I recommend watching someone do a playthrough of it. Alright, wait on Crazy Machine. Alright. So I should be recording. Yeah, we should be recording. Alright, let's play it. Let's do some stuff. I'm only going to do this for like 10 minutes. I know you guys probably don't want to see it. Now, I don't think any of this music is copyrightable. There are some music in here that is, but I don't have that you have to specifically turn on to play. So I should be okay for playing some music. So the music is in this game. I should be. I don't know. That's why I'm doing it in this video, not on a live stream. I'm on. Load faster. You are slow. For as powerful this thing is, this thing loads Subnautica so slowly. That's just the way the game is. Other games load way faster. Fix my... I'm sorry guys for the way... Oh, here we go. We're in. We are in. Hello. I'm a bouncing machine. So for those who don't know what this game is about, it's basically you are on an alien planet trying to learn more about the aliens here because of the first game. So you're gonna play so I'm not gonna go more into the story for those who don't know about it. I'm gonna mess around. Let's see, this is one of my submarines I can drive around. I love that one. Oh, that's right, it's in. I forgot to put it in here. I have it in my room pool. Give me a second. Type some sheets. Item filter. Don't get mad if we're using treats. I just don't like constantly. Alright. I've already cut some of those out.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Alright. Where the hell is my... There he is. There she is. Hello. Get in. What the? This game loves the glitch. Alrighty. So, I'm going to show you a little cool thing in one of my favorite areas. Warning, if you guys get easily terrified by things coming at your face, I recommend skipping the next 5 minutes of this part and ending the video because we're about to do that. Alrighty. We're going the right way. Probably not. Here we are, in my opinion, one of the, not the scariest areas, but, so, this right here is called a squid shark. Why? Because, well, look at it. Look at it. It's so pretty. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'm gonna annoy the shit out of you. Aren't you attacking me? I might have to get out in order for it to attack. Well, anyways, these are the squid sharks. They usually attack. I'm not sure why they're not attacking. It might have because I'm in the submarine? Some other ones. I know there's some creatures that can attack the submarine and some that can't. But yeah, this is one of the areas you can go to that for, well, actually, you can upgrade this machine. Bunch of other stuff. I'm not going to go too into it. So yeah, you have these little air buckles. Alright. I don't want to do this, but I'll do it for you guys. I'm going to let this guy attack me. Hey buddy, how are you? You're so pretty. You're not going to attack me? Hello. 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 Oh, yep, this okay. Where the hell is my submarine? Submarine. Okay, so that's what happens when you get attacked. Huh. I can't stand there myself. I wouldn't do it first. I'm like, This game will tell you, it loves to scare you, and it does whatever it can to get out of your comfort zone. It's just crazy. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I'm gonna move over to the chair and say goodbye to you in just a sec. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed that little clip of me playing games for the first time. And let me know what I need to change, what settings I need to add for streaming, because I had no idea how to do anything. I was just playing and pressing start button, see what it did. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you want me to do more videos like this where I play a game and in the Car Talk Mondays, and let me know if you guys want me to do some other kinds of reviews, because I've been thinking about doing some video game reviews and some tech reviews, because I don't just know about cars. I play a lot of different games because I'm a gamer. I like the games. And also, because of that, I know a lot about tech, especially, like, not tech meaning, like, different computers, parts and stuff, because in order to play the games I want, I have to get the right stuff and pricing and all that. So, let me know if you guys will be interested in seeing those kind of videos. If not, that's fine. I'm going to mainly show them off, and these and Talk Talk Mondays, or when I go streaming, I'm gonna show them off, because the whole point of this channel is car reviews. I don't want to make this just a review channel for everything, because that's not really good for ads and good for algorithms. So, that's it for this video. Be sure if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I do these videos every single Monday. Well, I try to do it on Monday. It's usually on Tuesday when it's posted, so it's kind of like an ironic of the name, but I also do reviews. That's why the whole reason why it's called Just Jake Reviews. And that's it. See you guys.